Ambassador Drake stood before the Galactic Council, his shoulders squared despite the condescending chuckles rippling through the chamber. The massive amphitheater housed representatives from over 300 species, most of whom regarded humans as little more than amusing primitives who had stumbled onto faster-than-light travel through sheer luck, rather than ingenuity. "The human delegate wishes to propose membership in the Galactic Trade Alliance," announced the council speaker, a tall, willowy being with iridescent skin, though one wonders what Earth could possibly offer. Suppressed laughter echoed around the chamber. Drake maintained his composure. 6 years of diplomatic missions had taught him patience. Humans were always underestimated, a fact that had proven useful time and again. "Counselors," Drake began, his voice steady and clear. "Earth may be new to interstellar travel, but humanity has much to offer the Alliance." A bulky representative from the Tauran Federation rose to their feet. "Like what? Your species has barely mastered rudimentary space travel. You haven't even colonized your own solar system properly." Drake smiled. "Perhaps not in the conventional sense, Counselor, but humans excel at adaptation rather than domination." The council speaker tilted their head curiously. "Elaborate, Ambassador." "While other species conquered planets through terraforming, humans learned to adapt technology to inhospitable environments. Our approach conserves resources and preserves ecological systems." "Conservation?" scoffed another alien with glistening scales. "An excuse for technological inadequacy." The council erupted in derisive agreement until the massive doors at the rear of the chamber slid open. A humanoid figure entered, wearing the distinctive gray uniform of the Galactic Survey Corps. The room fell silent as Commander Vex approached the central platform. "Apologies for the interruption," Vex announced, "but we've completed our investigation of Sector 17 as requested by this council." Drake noted how the council members suddenly appeared uncomfortable. Sector 17 had been a mystery, a region where unusual energy signatures had been detected but no apparent civilization existed. Vex activated a holographic display. "We found this." The hologram showed an enormous structure orbiting a distant star, clearly artificial yet unlike any known design. "It appears to be a Dyson swarm," Vex continued. "Thousands of autonomous solar collectors harvesting energy at unprecedented efficiency." The council speaker leaned forward. "What species built this?" Vex hesitated, then looked directly at Drake. "According to our analysis, humans." Shocked murmurs filled the chamber. "Impossible," declared the Tauran representative. "Their technology is primitive." Vex shook their head. "The collectors contain identifier codes. They're unmistakably human in origin, dating back 300 years. Drake concealed his surprise. He knew about Earth's early solar satellite programs, but nothing of this magnitude. "There's more," Vex continued. "We've discovered similar structures in 17 other sectors, all bearing human signatures, all dating from different periods. The oldest is approximately 700 years old." The chamber erupted in chaos. Drake caught fragments of panicked discussion. "How did we miss this? They've been harvesting energy for centuries. Are they planning an invasion?" The council speaker banged their gavel for order. "Ambassador Drake, explain this deception. Your people claim to have achieved faster-than-light travel only 30 years ago." Drake was as bewildered as everyone else. "I assure you, Counselor, official records confirm our first interstellar flight was indeed 30 years ago." An elderly alien with wispy tendrils for hair approached the central platform. Professor Lorne, the renowned xenohistorian. "I believe I can explain," Lorne said, quietly. "I've studied Earth's transmissions for decades. Humans have an unusual trait. They develop technology in parallel tracks, often independently. Their governments and corporations pursue separate agendas, frequently without coordination." Lorne displayed historical data streams. "It appears a private human organization launched self-replicating solar collectors centuries ago, separate from their governmental space programs. These collectors were designed to expand independently, harvesting energy and sending it back via dimensional transmission. Drake suddenly remembered something from his history classes: the Prometheus Project, an abandoned private initiative from the mid-21st century, deemed too costly and unrealistic. Apparently it had succeeded beyond anyone's imagination. But why didn't they declare these achievements? Demanded the council speaker. Drake finally understood. Because no single human entity knew the full extent of what had been created. The original designers likely died centuries ago, while their creation continued expanding autonomously. Professor Lorne nodded. Precisely. Human innovation often occurs in isolation through individual genius rather than collective effort. Their chaotic approach to progress makes them unpredictable and apparently far more advanced than we realized. The council chamber fell silent as the implications sank in. Humans hadn't just stumbled into the galactic community. They had been silently building an energy infrastructure that dwarfed the combined output of the Alliance for centuries. I move to accept Earth's application to the Alliance immediately, the Tauran representative said, all previous mockery gone from their voice. As the council hastily voted unanimously to welcome Earth, Drake reflected on humanity's unusual path to galactic recognition. Not through military might or territorial expansion, but through forgotten ingenuity, scattered innovation, and autonomous creations that had quietly spread throughout the stars. The very chaos and disorganization that alien species had mocked turned out to be humanity's greatest strength, and the reason they had inadvertently become the galaxy's most advanced energy harvesters without even knowing it. As Drake left the chamber with Earth's new Alliance credentials, he smiled at the irony. Humans hadn't conquered the galaxy. They had simply done what they always did, sent their ideas out into the universe and let them grow wild. Sometimes the most profound dominance was the kind you never even intended to establish.